Hello, Connective. Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Comment, like, and subscribe without smashing anything. And let's get into this energy. This is a collective reading for Scorpio. Scorpio, it's your turn. We got the Eight of Roses. So, community. It's like 50 different ways the same cards could come out, right? I want to say there's a community card in this Akashic deck, which is the one you got. A community card in the energy deck, and then community cards in the tarot decks. Everybody's been getting them. Different cards. What do we got? The law of polarity. The moment that you judge anything as good or bad, you set the universe into motion. It's interesting. We've been talking a lot, me and some of the people around me, about judging things as good or bad. I've become quite passionate about the subject. It's interesting that it's coming up here in a Scorpio reading. Sometimes I'm like, this is my reading when I'm like watching the video. This is new moon in Cancer. Relax. This might be them telling me, hey man, relax about bad or good. It's not that serious. I'll be honest, since you're Scorpio, we were talking about how people who like used to be mediums, or temple path upside down again, people who used to be mediums, happy family upside down, or witches or whatever, when they come on TV and they start talking about how terrible being a medium is, like they start bashing mediums. Okay, so 10 of Swords flies out by itself here. And I mean, when I first found out I was a medium, I was kind of upset about it. I'll be honest with you. A little misinformed, a little not sure what that meant. I've learned a lot about channeling and mediumship since then. I mean, I still have a lot to learn, but enough to understand a little bit more, okay? And so went from being pissed off that I was a medium to hermit again, to defending mediumship in a heartbeat. Because somebody was like, oh, it's bad. And I was like, really? Listen, don't talk to me about being a medium and mediumship is bad if you took it to a bad place. I already know that I'm not going to take it to a bad place. 3 of Cups upside down, community. And so the warning doesn't really help me. That might have helped you before you took it to a bad place, but don't lie to everybody and tell everybody it's bad. That's just... People go, this is bad, that's bad. Well, first of all, did you even see it? Did you even see it for what it was when you judged it as bad? But on top of that, there's nothing bad. Everything, life has no meaning. I have said it before on this channel. You're here to give it meaning. So if you want to judge it as bad, you can judge it as bad. If you want to judge it as good, you can judge it as good. And you can look at demonic symbols and say, well, they're demonic, they're bad. No, all symbols are balanced in their entirety. In their true form, they are balanced. It is up to you to decide how to use that symbol. Temperance card. You can use it for protection. You can use it to hurt someone. It's up to you how you want to use that symbol. Don't come at me with this bad, good stuff. That's a really, when you try to really look inside yourself and see like what about you is bad or what about you is good, and you try to like change certain aspects of yourself that society said was bad or that you thought weren't wholesome, and then you come to find out that that's you, that's like you, like eternal, and there's nothing that you can do to change that. You realize it's not bad. It can't be, because you were created that way, first of all. So let's use music as an example. People go, oh, that music is bad. Let's use heavy metal as an example. I listen to heavy metal. It's my music of choice. Is it bad? Well, let me ask you this. People talk about how music is this, and they're in the studio and they're like doing all these demonic prayers over these songs. Do you think that all these demonic prayers are just over heavy metal songs, or might they be over country western songs as well? Think about it. Do you think people who use demonic prayers use them specifically for heavy metal songs? And do you think that all heavy metal songs use demonic prayer to get to be popular or whatever's going on? Because I submit to you, you need to broaden your horizons if you're there. Bad. Good. What's bad? What's good? So that's my rant. Yeah. Don't get yourself caught up. And if you're trying to ascend or be a better person, this Temple Path card is upside down here. This Happy Family card is upside down here. Judging things as bad or good. You are setting that tone. If you're using it to like divide from other people, just know that you are separating yourself from those other people. They're not doing it. You're judging them. So there's that. And I always love too how people think that they're the authority on good or bad. I'm going to just keep it real here. I'm a Scorpio talking to Scorpios. You know, I mean, some of you guys know people come at you with some crap that they haven't even thought out. And you can see the lie. You can see the intention to deceive. You can see the lack of clarity that this person has about whatever else they're speaking about. And you already know not to listen, right? I'm trying to figure out what this one in particular is about. We have kind of like pain, and we have this thing upside down on the table. We have temperance and compassion, balance, healing, transformation, and then the Hermit with connection, or connect, but connection is what I'm picking up. Yeah, this might be you too. You might be deciding what's good and bad, maybe in your life. Bad friends. They are. I mean, not all of them, but it's on the table. When you use the word bad friends, some of them are not on your vibration. But you're supposed to have some kind of compassion. This is you. So we just talked about all that, right? And then we also talk about like how people are. So when people are the way they are, a lot of times when we're in a spiritual awakening, we're not judging them. We don't want to judge, especially like the people around us who are like our friends or our family. I mean, people don't want to hear all day long that they drank too many cups of coffee and they're not nice enough, you know? So for us, the idea is that we need to do the things that do the things that we can do. We can do whatever we want, but there's some things that are going to be easier. They're going to give us more relief, maybe even more joy or contentment than other things. It might be more joyful for us to connect with the part of ourselves that wants to go inside and heal, or something else that has something to do with us, like maybe even being isolated from other people. Than say hounding somebody over their behavior or whatever's going on. You have a lot of things that you can do here while you're trying to like better yourself that don't involve judgment of other people. So I feel like what it's saying is even if you like, if you do want to go with it, if you do want to separate from yourself from people, it's okay. It's okay to connect with yourself. You know, people sometimes make decisions and they think that it's like forever. You can go inside and then go back out and connect with other people, and then go inside and then connect with other people. It might be better than just doing one or the other in order, one at a time. But to be constantly going back and forth, checking in with yourself, checking in with others type of thing. Some people, your lives are going to be more conducive than this, than just being able to go into hermit mode for whatever period of time you think is necessary. Also here with the friends, if you do have friends that aren't very good friends, maybe they're still friends. It's a possibility they're not enemies or frenemies, right? So don't judge them. Take a step back from looking at them in a certain light. They're still your friends. They're still part of your job and your spiritual awakening is to accept people for who they are. It's your job to decide if you want to be around people for who they are. You know, it's not your job to change them or to change them so you can be with them, right? It's up to you to change you, and then you decide if you're still compatible with them, not change yourself to be with them, right? This is painful. If we're trying to be something we're not, this is hard work. And then you have this King of Cups, and they're saying to allow that compassion. The King of Cups, we technically are the King of Cups. Some people I feel like do read us like as the Queen of Cups, but we are the ruler. We are the soft spot, the in control of our emotions, like King of Cups. And so we need to embody that energy. We need to, above all, understand with our compassion and our temperance that everyone's different, and we accept everybody for who they are as we accept ourselves for who we are. We hope that we do this, because if we don't, we're just going to be hounding everybody else for how they are, right? Because we haven't accepted ourselves. You know, the journey itself sometimes can be uncomfortable, unhappy. This is saying that the possibility is there for you to enjoy it if you want. If you can sometimes. Sometimes our gifts are a little intrusive. If you're an empath and you're always being told everybody's personal business and you can give a rat's ass, I get it. And then sometimes that's a little much. But then sometimes I get information I actually want. I ask a question and I get the answer. This is the same gift, right? So I need to be able to celebrate that. So of course, if you're getting your gifts in ways that are not conducive to making you happy, then go ahead and turn that around, because you have control of that. You can decide what you want to get, and you can have boundaries in your spiritual awakening. You can decide what you want. It's just like that mediumship we were talking about. I don't have to be bombarded with talking to ghosts. I can have boundaries. I don't even have to talk to ghosts. I can talk to angels. I can do what I want. In my spiritual awakening, I have that choice. So I don't have to sit around and complain about what is. I can change it and make it to what it will be, with temperance and compassion. And then we have this lighten up card. And I just kind of saw this as us, this Page of Swords here. I just kind of saw this as us, as just being this person that's going through this, but maybe sometimes things are heavy. Again, it's like what I said about bad or good. You know, you could look around your house and say, oh, you know, I have these like posters that have these skulls, or like whatever you're trying to look at and decide like if it's good or bad. It's where you take it. You know, it's like what I told my friend the other day. You could pray for rain or you could pray for blood. It doesn't mean that it's like the ceremony itself is bad, right? If I go out there and I pray for rain, is that bad? If I go out there and I pray for something else that hurts others, is that bad? That's for you to decide. And then keep to yourself. Keep that in mind, Scorpio. Here, let's pull one. You know what? Let's pull two more cards. Because I just want to get two different types of encouraging messages. So this one says, when there are questions you need assistance with, go inward, sit with yourself, meditate on the question, ask for our help also. Then trust your intuition, as most often the answer and guidance will be delivered to you intuitively. We are with you always. This is what I was talking about, asking the question. Sometimes it doesn't seem like our gifts are that much fun because, like I said, it's intrusive. But I also use them the way I want to use them. If I get information, I just kind of push, you know, if I don't want it, I don't need it. Sometimes it's very specific and weird. And then later on I find out that's totally true. So again, not necessarily wanting in on that. But there's stuff I want in on. And so I do cultivate that with myself and get better at it. Stop giving away your power right now. So this is part of two of just being ourselves and being that King of Cups and allowing people to be who they are and connecting with them anyway and deciding what doesn't serve us and not talking too much about it and using temperance and compassion to deal with people and not be judgy with ourselves or others, right? This is going to keep us more in an alignment as we ascend. We don't have to do a whole lot. We just can't be like holier than thou. I use it a lot because people, sometimes even on this channel, people will come at me and it's like, what makes you think you're closer to God than I am? Haven't even watched the video, or haven't even gotten a chance to get to know me, or haven't even heard a word I said, and you already think that I'm like doing stuff I'm not supposed to be doing, right? If you knew me, you wouldn't even waste your breath. So don't listen to people whose advice you wouldn't ask for in the first place. Keep in mind that you are powerful. no matter what you do. And that you do have control. You have a choice. But do what you do. Use your power with compassion. I think as a Scorpio, you won't like yourself if you don't. Keep that in mind. Until we meet again.